Tension hung in the air. In the sanctum of the Oval Office, a dramatic confrontation was unfolding. President Donald Trump, a beacon of American updated freedom and democracy, met with President Zelensky. The meeting was supposed to rare earth metals agreement and meant to foster peace and understanding. Instead, it turned into a one-sided demand from Zelensky. Zelensky, supposedly a leader of a nation on the brink, showed blatant disregard for diplomacy. He openly and boldly challenged President Trump by ignoring numerous warnings from the president, accusing Zelensky of gambling with World War III. This was not the behavior of a grateful ally, it was the brazen act of a man who had forgotten his place. The world watched in astonishment. How could Zelensky be so audacious? The answer is simple. Zelensky continues blindly the radical left globalists' agenda, who are aiming to undermine American sovereignty. They made him false promises and turned him against the nation that extended a helping hand. Zelensky's behavior was not just a diplomatic blunder, it was a calculated insult to President Trump and the American people. He lectured President Trump on democracy as if he had some right to do so. He demanded more aid, more weapons, more American lives sacrificed for his cause. This arrogance was shocking. Zelensky seemed to forget that Ukraine is entirely dependent on American support. He bit the hand that fed him, risking the crucial alliance between our countries. His actions were a slap in the face to every hard-working American taxpayer. Zelensky's audacity knew no bounds. His reckless desire to defeat Russia on the battlefield, to which he was being pushed by France, Germany, and Great Britain, has horrified the entire world. He continued his tirade, accusing the United States of not doing enough, sacrificing enough. He demanded unwavering support, refusing to acknowledge the immense burden already on the shoulders of the American people. Zelensky's performance was a masterclass in manipulation. He tried to exploit American generosity, portraying himself as a victim while biting the hand that feeds him. This blatant hypocrisy did not go unnoticed by the American people. Zelensky, being under the control of the EU bureaucracy, wants to ensure his own security without taking into account the security of Russia, which is currently one of the 5 fragments that ensure the global security system. European leaders should sound the alarm about the danger of World War III and must support Trump in his efforts to conclude a peace agreement, because the Russian-Ukrainian war is very close to turning into World War III, which is becoming increasingly real. Russia, encouraged by Trump's return to the White House, has expressed readiness to make peace with Zelensky, offering him the chance to lift the ban on negotiations with Russia. Unfortunately, Zelensky refuses to lift this decree, turning into a puppet of globalists and seemingly aiming for further escalation and deepening the conflict. The world is on the brink of World War III, but Zelensky doesn't matter. The situation in Ukraine is a powder keg, and Zelensky's actions are the match that could ignite it. His refusal to negotiate, his persistent drive to escalate the conflict, threatens to plunge the world into chaos. This is not leadership, but reckless endangerment of world peace. Zelensky's actions jeopardize the sovereignty and very existence of the Ukrainian people. The consequences of Zelensky's actions were immediate and severe. A planned press conference, a symbol of unity, was suddenly cancelled. An important resource deal, vital for the economies of both countries, was disrupted. The bridge between our nations was burned. President Trump, a man of peace, was forced to take a firm stance. He made it clear that American aid is not a blank check. He will not allow the United States to be exploited and dragged into someone else's war. The future of US-Ukraine relations is in question. Zelensky's actions have jeopardized years of efforts to build a peace between the EU, Russia, and the US. Now, the Ukrainian people must decide whether to continue following Zelensky's war policy, to devastate Ukraine, or choose a new leader who will end the war and focus on peace and prosperity. Zelensky, you're a bribe taker, liar, and political loser. Step aside. Let the Ukrainian people choose peace to help President Trump stop World War III.